Hey, we're continuing this series. This video, we're going to talk about money. I wrote a book called Money is Wonderful. It's a 30-day journaling experience to manifest prosperity. You can find it on Amazon. It's available on Kindle Unlimited as well. So you can do that subscription service and read that and tons of other great books. But what I have found about manifesting money that works. I will give you, and I've spent a lot of time doing work around manifesting money. First and foremost, you have to clear out limiting beliefs about the way you need to earn, how much you need to earn, money being evil. Do that work. And that is something that I do work with clients with on one-on-one, is helping them let go of their money mindset that doesn't serve them. That's important. Or you can take a course. You don't have to do it with me. Just find a money mindset course, one that's pretty affordable, that works in your budget, I should say, and just go through the exercises. Some are better than others. I've taken a lot of money mindset courses, but mainly the goal is letting go of all of our preconceived ideas about how money can flow in, how we're supposed to be spending money, yeah, the relationship with money is really very personal, and it's one that people can hold a lot of shame about. And so I want to encourage you, in order to really manifest the money that you want, is to let go of any shame you have about wanting the money. Let go. And let go of shame around debt. Let go of shame around credit. Let go of shame around the washer. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm still staying with my brother, and that's their washer. It's on the other side of this wall. But let go of anything that tells you you can't have what you want, anything that tells you you can't earn what you want to earn, while accepting the reality that we do live in, right? And, generally women make 72 cents on the dollar, and women of color make even less than that, 50% on the dollar. And so, in knowing that, create a life for yourself where you have leveled the playing field. Maybe that means you do need to start a business. Maybe it means that you do need to get a higher degree of education. Whatever it is, maybe you need to change companies, because I think some of it is that we're in low companies that don't pay us well enough, and we don't know another way. I know when I first moved to San Francisco and I was working as a recruiter, I was working for a small company that I loved. I loved the company, but they didn't pay well. But I didn't know. And so when I got around my peers and they were like telling me what they were making in their companies, I was like, oh, I'm not working at a company that pays well. It wasn't a reflection of my skills, my talents, my ability. No, not at all. It was just that I was in an environment where they didn't pay, salaries that enabled you to live in San Francisco comfortably. So that might be a change that you have to make, and be willing to make that change. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. It can be a lot easier than you think. Just be willing to do the work and stop telling yourself no, you know? Yeah, I think when it comes to really manifesting money, it's all about letting go of all of our preconceived ideas about it. And many of them are not our own. Many of them are subconscious. Many of them have been passed down from generation to generation. Your mom told her mom told her, and generation after generation after generation is told, oh, you have to work hard to make it. And even then, like, people, rich people are bad. Money is evil. Money doesn't grow on trees. Save for a rainy day. All of that gets embedded in our minds, and it seems to make sense. But when you really step away from it, you're like, wow, that's really limiting. Why do I have to save for a rainy day? Why can't I just save? Right? It's assuming that, something bad's going to happen. So then if you're not saving, you're like, oh my God, something bad's going to happen and I'm not prepared. All of that stress, worry, and fear keeps you from doing what is right for you. Yes, is it healthy to save? Absolutely. But you have to figure out the best way for you. So what I would say is do some research, listen to some gurus, but don't take on their model. Build your own. And the reason why I say that is because if you try to take on their model and it doesn't work for your lifestyle or your history or your constitution, then it's just another should in your life. I should be doing this. Listen to the wisdom, take it in, and build your own plan. Stay committed to that. Spend a weekend saying, okay, I want to heal my finances. I'm going to do some reading, I'm going to do some research, and I'm going to build a plan for myself. I'm going to trust spirit, I'm going to pray, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to even create a vision board. I'm going to do some of the exercises that Amy recommended here. I'm going to look at my family's money story and let go of that. I'm going to look at my past failures around money, and I'm going to let go of those. And I'm going to start fresh, and I'm going to build a new life for myself financially. Spirit will come in and support you every step of the way. You deserve to have what you want. You deserve to live a life of plenty. And I know this can seem a little esoteric because you're probably clicked this because you're like, okay, I'm going to manifest money. And I'm telling you, you can't, but it has to come from this place of lightness. You have to get clear about what the money is for. And I'd hear that for years and I didn't understand it. I'd make these very long, elaborate lists about, okay, I'm going to do this with money and this with money and this and this and that. And as I stepped away from it and I look back on those lists, a lot of that stuff isn't stuff I really need or want. Most of it is just trying to prove myself, right? I'm going to buy my mama a house, right? And no, I'm going to buy my own house, I'm going to, feel good about myself, right? And as long as you feel good, that's what matters. And when it comes to money, it can be very difficult to get to that pure, clean desire that I talk about. But if you do the work and you keep asking and you keep asking and you keep asking and you keep exploring and you keep asking, why is this even on my list? Am I trying to prove myself? Am I trying to make up for some shame or guilt? You can change your life. I heard Danielle Laporte she was doing an interview with Kate Northrup, and debt is neither good nor bad. It's all about how you feel about it. And so if you feel bad about it, then yeah, that's when it's going to wreak havoc in your life. But if you can feel good and say, yes, I took that money out and it's an example of my ability to pay it back, and I know I will pay it back, and trust that journey and don't ignore it, amazing, wonderful things will happen in your life as a result. I was jamming with somebody about money and I was talking about my student loans and I was feeling a lot of guilt about like, oh, I got all this student loan debt. And they were like, yeah, student loans will just be around. And I couldn't wrap my mind around that. I'm like, no, I need to pay it off right away. And all of that right awayness has just pushed the date back and pushed the date back and pushed the date back, right? But when I started to look at it as, yeah, it's a part of my journey. It's a bill and responsibility, and it gets paid beautifully, easily, and effortlessly. And that's when it happens. So step back from all of the judgment that you have around money. This is something that I consistently work on because no one teaches us how to relate to our finances. No one teaches us how to have a healthy relationship with money. And even people I've met who, like, I said in a video, I was around a whole bunch of wealthy people and they all had their own hangups about money. So it's not about the money, right? It's about us. It's about us. And feel peace around your finances to the best of your ability. And if you don't know how to do that, just every day say a prayer. How can I feel better about money today, God? Show me. Show me. How can I feel good about my financial life, God? Show me. Show me. And you will get clear, clean, direct messages to help move you forward. So that's my video for you on money. I channel this. I don't have a script. Sometimes I'll have a few little notes that they've given me prior to me coming on. But when I hit the button, it's go time. Spirit comes through and I'm able to relay this. And when I got the message to do this particular video, I thought it was going to go in a much different direction. And so I'm so grateful to Spirit for just bringing this message forward. And I hope that you found it beneficial, and know that no matter what your situation is, you can change it. You deserve to have what you want. You can always find a way to feel good now. Even before the money shows up, you can find a way to feel good now. And you deserve to have what you want. You deserve to be who you are, and you don't have to earn that. You don't have to push or fight for it. It is just so. So claim it now. Be more of who you are in this moment. Exercise your gifts and talents and abilities and desires and preferences, and see what unfolds. The universe is truly, truly on your side. Take care of yourself.